Hi! If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you're interested in animation. That's great! I was also interested in animation a few years ago, and now I'm depressed. Jokes aside, I'm Cascabel, and the meme animation community brought me to where I am today, a fully graduated industry working animator. Even though I have a full-time job for a TV show, I still adore doing my dumb furry animations in my free time. It's true that I use a bit more professional tools now, but when I began this road, I could only use Paint and Windows Movie Maker, and I still managed to make some stuff. With that idea in mind, I thought, hey, why don't I teach some beginners the very basics of animation in a drawing program? That way they can still create, and if they actually liked it, they can later on invest on better programs or even pursue animation as a career. A little disclaimer though, I know there are better ways to do this. There's free animation programs, basic animation tutorials, way more qualified people to teach you things. I'm not saying this video will teach you animation in a professional manner. This is just for fun and probably a little bit more oriented to the animation meme community. In this specific video, I will be showing you how to animate a character blinking. And I know what you're thinking, this is very basic, but I want this to be part 1 of a longer series, and also, with this character blink, we'll be learning about keyframes, in-betweens, and how to use layers as frames. With this simple tutorial, you might actually apply this information for way more complicated videos. I will be using Paint outside, but you can actually use any program that has layers, either on your computer, iPad, or phone. But before we begin the tutorial, I want to talk a bit about today's sponsor, and that is Gaomon. You might be thinking, hey, that name rings a bell, and yeah, that's because I made a video about them last year. As you might know, they were kind enough to send me their M10K tablet. It's a great tablet for beginners with a really affordable price, and after you're using it, I want to talk a bit about it. You know how tablets comes in all sizes and variations? This here, it's a medium-sized blind tablet, which means it's not a screen, there's not a screen showing. It comes with a nice sleeve to put it on, a non-chargeable pen, which is great because you don't have to charge it ever, it's always ready to draw, extra nibs, a drawing glove, the cables you need to set it up, and of course a thank you card and some instructions to set it up. Bobby wanted to do a quality test, so we allow him to sniff. He looks excited. Setting it up is also super easy. Once you have it connected to your computer, you just have to log in into the internet, search for the website, the tablet model, in this case it's the M10K, and download the drivers. They're super quickly to install, and once they're done, you can do anything with the tablet. Play, animate, use it as a mouse, whatever you want. For this tutorial, I'm gonna be using the Gaomon tablet that I just showed you. It feels great in my hand, and the outcome quality is amazing. I've been using it for a year, and I can't recommend it enough. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new canvas and a new layer called Sketch, and then I'm gonna sketch my character. Since it's a blink animation, I want both eyes to be facing the camera. Once the sketch is done, I'm gonna create a new layer called Line Art, and I'm gonna line my character. I'm gonna try to make the lines as thin as possible so the animation can look clean. Line arting is usually the step that takes the most, so I've sped it up a little bit. Once the line art is done, I'm gonna separate the elements that are gonna be moving from those who doesn't. In this case, only the eyes are gonna be moving since it's a blinking animation, so the eyes must be in a different layer. I'm gonna name this layer Eyes 1, and with that, I'm gonna start planning my animation. This is gonna be the first keyframe. A keyframe is a frame that we use for reference for the movement. In the blinking animation, we need two keyframes, the open eyes pose and the closed eyes pose. I'm gonna have to draw a closed eyes pose, so I create a new layer and I draw it. Once that is done, I already have my two keyframes. With these keyframes, I can already see how the animation is going to work. The only thing I have to do now is create the in-betweens, the frames that are going to smooth the animation. To do that, I'm locking the opacity of the layers and changing the color. This is a preference of mine. I'm faking an onion skin to help me trace the keyframes better. My first in-between is going to be the breakdown. This in-between is the most important one. My breakdown is going to be the half eyes closed. Technically, with these three frames, I can already see the animation. However, if I want to make it smooth, I want to make two more in-betweens. The first in-between that I'm gonna do is between my breakdown and my keyframe number 2. My breakdown is the half eyes closed and my in-between number 2 is the eyes closed. I'm gonna do a little bounce, which means that I'm gonna redraw the eyes closed to make an effect. You don't need to do this. It's just a preference of mine. You can do an almost closed eyes and it's gonna work as well as if you did what I'm doing. I do this because it gives it a more cartoony look that I like. Once I'm done with the in-between, I'm gonna do the same bouncy look for the eyes open. This is my in-between between the breakdown and keyframe number 1, between eyes open and eyes half opened. This is how it looks so far. It took us 5 frames to do a blinking animation, 2 keyframes and 3 in-betweens, one of them being the breakdown. This keyframe method is what professional animators use almost every time they animate. It's easier, it saves time, and especially it helps you see the animation and the movement better. It's way easier than going straight forward, which is basically drawing each frame as you go. It's not impossible, but it's really hard. And especially for beginners, it's easier if you begin drawing and planning the keyframes first. Thank you so much for watching this small tutorial. I don't want this to be the last one actually. I would like to make this a series. So if you like this video, please tell me in the comments what next tutorials you would like to see. I'm gonna try to make these videos more about what the animation meme community likes. So if there's something you want to do, some meme you don't know how to animate, some head bounce you want to try, just tell me and I'll try to do a little tutorial for it. I want to thank Gaomon again for the sponsor. Gaomon is a really great brand to begin in digital art or animation. The prices are really affordable, the quality of the tablets is amazing, and the results are great. I've been using the M10K tablet they gave me for a year now, and it's still my favorite tablet. I use it as a professional now, and I still think it's great. If you're looking for something to start, this is definitely your tablet. Go check their website and find something that fits you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next meme, and hopefully on the next tutorial. Bye!